and welcome back to Utopia Coliseum for week 11 of Minor League Esports. We're at the Saturday Showdown and everything is still to play for so many teams. Previously, we saw the Hurricanes come away with the big 5-0 dub over their opponents, the Blizzard, to secure their playoff place and eliminate the Blizzard from playoffs. But we look now down to the Academy League for another playoff-chasing matchup between two very dominant teams. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce my partner. Once again, he's returning for a little bit more of this commentary shtick, which he seems pretty good at. It's Inanimate J.
Thank you, Fallen. This one, a lot on the line. Two teams that have secured the playoffs and are now playing for big division seedings, for the Elite coming in 2 games ahead of their division rivals in the Bulls. Everything to play for. A sweep secures them another Volcanic Division title, while anything less than that, the Bulls have chances to go down to the final match of the regular season with a chance at the top spot in the division. For Froggy of the Elite, one last tour of duty in Academy League, ranked out at the start of this week, will be playing their final match here for the Academy League team. And you expect a lot out of a player that has ranked out. You expect a big win. And I think at this point, you need it to try and secure yourself that top seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Froggy has been an outstanding star for the Elite all season long. Highest in goals, assists, save shots and demos, has been absolutely fundamental in them getting to a 42-18 record. But across the field from him, you have the person I had the pleasure of casting his first match in MLE, where he came in as a sub in Game 3 to reverse sweep the team he was going up against in It's Kai, who has been genuinely a breath of fresh air to the Bulls. He has been the reason that they have found themselves so offensively in every single series they've been a part of, and his teammate Madness, who is also playing alongside him. The Bulls have really just grown as a team based off of their performances. Now looking to take home a chance at top spot from this series. I feel like I can trust them to get the job done if they need it.
I think it's going to come down to, can Kai and Madness play up to their potential, leading the team in a couple of categories for the both of them, but up against an MVP caliber performance in Froggy. This one is all about, can the team outweigh the performance by one player on the other side of the field? 25 minutes plus time to decide who might take top spot in the Volcanic, or who will take top spot in the Volcanic division. It's Froggy and Nova Maddie for the Elite, Madness and It's Kai for the Bulls, and it's live from Utopia Coliseum here on the MLE Network.
And as we get the players onto the field, game number 1 about to begin. I'm going to throw a prediction out there. I'm going for my boy Kai. I love this guy to death out of his amazing debut performance. I think he will be the reason that the Bulls will come away with top of the division by the end of this matchup. But it's easy to go the other way, and off this kickoff, the Bulls, they're going to try and get some early offense. Kai looking for maybe the first shot of this one, could not find the target. But the Bulls looking to lock down that midfield early on. Kai looking for a double tap off the wall, can't find it. Madness can't find the touch. A good clearance from Nova Maddie will go straight into the middle of the net. The Elite will take the first goal in this 5-game series.
The important thing for the Bulls is going to be not giving away easy chances, and it's exactly what happened. They get themselves into good spots, they put the Elite under a little bit of pressure, but it's not constructive pressure. It's just kind of throwing that ball around, not getting a lot coming out of it. And the first opportunity the Elite have to make it count, possibly the second, as Nova Maddie can't turn in the slow kickoff on the goal line. But the second they get that big clear pass, there's no recovery ability out of the Bulls, and that's kind of what you get at this skill level. It's Academy League, it's high diamond, low champ. There isn't going to be that same level of mechanical consistency and reading of the play that we saw in Premier League. This comes down a lot more to mistakes, and when you get players like Froggy who have been putting up big performances, speaking of, Madness with a little chip shot will make it 1-1.
Absolutely beautiful placement from Madness, just waiting enough so the ball was at its peak for the bounce, waited for the dive from Froggy and just sends it to the one corner that Nova Maddie could not reach. A beautiful shot to tie this game up. Just under a minute gone. We predicted before this series, before we went live, that this was going to be the toughest series to call, mainly because of just how close these two teams have been all season long. The last time round, the Bulls won 3-2, but in this case, with a completely new roster headed by Kai, I'm rooting for them, but it's going to be a completely different story to see if they'll come away with the win, especially when Nova Maddie is playing this good on offense.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, again, they don't get the control they need out of the corner. Kai's touch not quite catching the corner, the angle they would have liked. It bounces down for Nova Maddie, who makes the shot count. Watch for these mistakes. Watch for these abilities for players to kind of wait on chances and convert them. The team I find in Academy League that waits the longest usually capitalizes the best on these chances here. And for the Elite, we've seen a couple of chances for them where they just pulled the trigger a little early, didn't quite convert. Same goes for the Bulls. So it really comes down to which of these teams can dial it in sooner.
Yeah, Kai looking to try and control that one. Madness will get the touch. That one's on target, and Madness will send it home at the far post. We spoke a little bit about Froggy and Kai. We're not talking about the other two players on the field who have all of the goals to their names currently in Nova Maddie and Madness really pulling out an absolute maddening shot there. Far post, no way he keeps that out.
Sometimes it really just comes down to finding an opportunity out of nothing, and in this case, it's kind of what happens there. The ball slipped away from Kai. It was almost as if the Elite read a different shot, and Madness finds a great target to get that one back post for the Bulls, keeping them in touching distance on this one here. 2 minutes gone, 2-2. A misplay by the Elite. Madness with a chance for a third. Can't quite catch up to that one as Froggy will recover from the team bump a little bit better. It's still under pressure in the Elite end as Nova Maddie takes control. Looking for a ceiling play out to Kai, who's waiting. Not quite in a great place to really send that back to the Elite end, but good enough to get past two as Froggy gets taken out of the play there. A boost grab by Kai, but Maddie with the clear against Madness will put it back in the Bulls' end for now.
Good demo there from Maddie to try and keep this pressure up. Now the Elite trying to convert on a little bit of aggression, but just not able to do anything with it. Now Madness is going to have some room. He's looked like the star so far of this series. He's got another one. That one's centered for Kai, who just wasn't reading it correctly. Has to back off now. We're going to control it, but can't get it past Froggy, who will look to try and take a shot here. Maybe looking for the double tap, but Madness reads it immediately off his own backboard. Nova Maddie will send that one home, however, off the crossbar and in. 3-2 Elite.
It's a good try by Madness. Not quite enough behind the ball to play it away from the backboard. Spikes it up off the ceiling, which is a dangerous prospect. Kai had to rotate directly underneath that one with no chance to try and play that ball away. The Elite leading 3-2 through a Nova Maddie hat trick in game one.
Yeah, now we're sort of waiting for Madness to get his hat-trick, but first and foremost, let me begin with Froggy burying that one in the back of the net. A great read there from Nova to tee that one up, and a great turn from Froggy to send that one home. 4-2 now for the Elite. They are starting to find a little bit of an offensive rhythm.
A little bit of a misplay by Kai as well. Didn't quite get the dribble under control. Left a little bit of a seam for Nova Maddie's challenge to exploit. And that's what we talked about a little bit in the build-up to this one for Academy League. Sometimes it's just the tiny mistakes that come through, and Froggy will take that off. Another kickoff, uncontested. Look how much space there is to take that shot. Madness tries to get the read. Just can't quite get there as Froggy followed through looking for the 50. It never mattered. And now it's a 3-goal lead for the team in purple.
Yeah, that is just quality play from the Elite. But then immediately throwing it back the other end off the kickoff, Kai will find a goal to bring it within 2. The Bulls totally not out of this series yet.
Good spot for that kickoff as well. Bulls reading that the whole way. Nova Maddie went for boost and then aggressively rotated up through the boost. It's a play you see time and time again from players throughout most of the skill levels that don't quite count a lot of the things that can happen out of a 50 like that. Sometimes you just overcommit to something that hasn't quite happened and you get burned for it. As you look at there, Madness trying to keep the ball in for the Bulls. It's a good challenge by Froggy. Out to Kai. Froggy waiting for that, looking for the 50. Will get it just as far as Nova Maddie, but that touch leaves a lot to be desired. Madness, a little bit awkward. Froggy was lurking. These are the touches you want to look to avoid in this type of play. You need to make sure that you have a follow-up play right away on these balls, because good players, especially ones that have understood that a level of patience required to make things happen, they'll punish you time and again.
Yeah, an opportunity there for the Bulls, not able to find it, was Kai. Now the Elite looking to try and get a counter-attack here. This is Academy League gameplay. Madness with a missed touch on defense. Kai almost sent that one home, but a good touch away there will find its down in the elite half. The Bulls require 2 to take this one to an overtime in game 1. They have a minute to do it. Can they find the touches they need? Not when Novamati is dunking them in the corner, and Froggy almost finding the open net but could not find a way to put it home. But now the elite mounting pressure. That shot's on target. Novamati will send it home. A great pass from Froggy and a great shot. It's 6-3.
Well, the Bulls so desperate to regain control of the ball, commit both players to that. Kai looking for the demo or the bump. Madness looking for the ball. Neither one comes up. Froggy, without boost, recovers onto that. Novamati gets the shot. The 3-goal lead restored for the elite. This one might be a bridge too far for the Bulls unless this one goes in. It's off the post by Madness off the kickoff. Great angle, but hits the near post. And heartbreak for the Bulls here in game 1.
Yeah, that is the opposite of what they needed. And there, a good touch love from Madness. Will look to send this one forward. Kai trying to read it, trying to steal it. A little bit of a fox's air to that one, but Madness will find the back of the net to, again, bring it down to 2. He has been the reason that they have been so in this game in terms of his offensive play so far. But now he needs to do it again. He needs to find at least 2 more goals for the Bulls, either by teeing them up like he did for Kai, or scoring them like he has done multiple times already.
The thing about how that goal came about for the Bulls, they won a big challenge at midfield that got past Froggy and Novamati. In the same vein, Madness with a recovery will put the Bulls within 1 with 14 to go.
That is a Player of the Week nomination if I've ever seen it. Absolutely brilliant. Beats 1, beats 2, back of the net. No ifs, no buts. He didn't even have any boost for any of that. That's how quality that play was. And if you do think that one was deserving of a Player of the Week nomination, send it over to the Discord and the Player of the Week channel, or send it over to the Twitter at MLE Sports GG with the hashtag Player of the Week. With 5 seconds remaining, can the Bulls keep this one alive? Kai and Madness will pinch it, but it will hit the floor, and the elite will come away with game 1 despite their last-second heroic attempts from the Bulls.
The Bulls are no stranger to last-second goals with a throwback to last season's CL playoffs, but unfortunately it just didn't manifest for them there. A pretty quiet game from Kai, only a single goal and a single shot to speak of for the Bulls player in that one. I'd really like to see a bigger performance from Kai in this one, with the Bulls needing at least a 4-1 to keep a foot in the division race. Remember, playoffs secured for both of these teams. There's no real chance that the Bulls can fall out of the wild card spot. So this is all for bragging rights. This is all for the divisional lead. This is all for preferential seeding come playoff time in a couple of weeks. And for the elite, I'm sure they'd love to secure another division title here. Their Master League team already wrapping things up with a couple of weeks to go. And with another couple of titles, they might find themselves to be one of the winningest franchises in MLE history, with a couple more banners to hang on the rafters.
Yeah, and to think that it's coming out of the amazing performance in her debut season as GM from Croesus. Really, she's been one of the fundamental reasons that the Hurricanes had such a great season last time around, and now doing the same thing with a completely new franchise, building it from scratch, and has really done an amazing job with every roster that she has built, and especially here in Academy League. Froggy only now getting ranked out, finally achieving the levels of Champion League, and Novamati being an absolutely bonkers player on the field already today. It's game number 2, everything's still to play for both teams, and the elite will kick things off the way they normally do with an early goal from Novamati.
Madness just didn't quite get enough of that ball. It lined up perfectly for Novamati. Kai trying to recover off the kickoff, took a really wide line to that, and I suspect that maybe there was just a bit of desperation from Kai on that to not take a direct line to that. Maybe thought that Novamati didn't have the turn to shoot that. Unfortunately, the Bulls having to play from behind here. This isn't where they really want to be, Fallen. They want to be on the front foot here. They want to put the elite under pressure. They feel like the longer the elite keep control of this, the longer they have that surety of purpose to themselves, the more difficult it's going to be for the Bulls to find openings.
Yeah, and a great beat there from Kai. Madness will clean it up and get the goal, but that was all Kai there with a great touch over the top of Novamati. How he still managed to beat him after that kick, after that lift-off is insane. And Madness with the demo, of course, also opening up the offense. It's been a great start for both teams. They've had moments of and glimpses of really good mechanical and just overall play, but now, which team can be the most consistent? That has really been the story of the entirety of either team's Academy League's run this season.
Good 1-2 play by Madness and Kai. Madness with the shot, just tipped away by Froggy, although the Bulls under a little bit of pressure here at midfield. It's going to be on Kai to get that through. Does so, but with the demo coming in on Madness, there won't be a lot of pressure on the Elite end for now. Well, speaking of Kai bumping Froggy in the corner, Nova Matty leaving an opening at the near post. Madness won't find a recovery on that. It's now through Froggy in midfield, looking for the bounce, has the near post, past Kai and Madness. The Elite take a 2-1 lead.
Absolutely brilliant play there from Froggy. The catch, the little dribble, the bounce touch, and then just has so much momentum, carries that one straight in. There was very little that either member of the Bulls roster could do to keep that one out. A beautiful goal from Froggy to send the Elite back ahead, and really this is where they've looked most comfortable. Froggy now looking for something spectacular, can't find the double off the backboard, but Madness, we know he's able to do stuff. A pinch into the floor will immediately tie things back up.
You know what I love about this play? Kai was looking for the demo play, realized it wasn't on, and then just bailed out immediately, trusting Madness to at least get a shot on goal and force Nova Matty into a clear to the other side of the field. That awareness is going to serve the Bulls well as they try to break this deadlock and find their first lead of the set so far against a really well-positioned Elite roster. They need more of that. They need to find a way to stretch a lead out, because we saw the Elite do it once. We saw the Bulls almost claw back. You expect it almost to happen further in this series.
Yeah, now the Elite looking to try and put them away. A good attempt there, but a good save from Kai to keep out Nova's shot. The first time that the Bulls have looked somewhat sturdy on defense there, they were able to keep out a really worrying situation. Madness will tee that one in front of the net, but Kai with a bit of a slow rotation will fake both players out. Absolutely destructive gameplay there from Kai. He barely had to do anything.
I know, I thought there was a little bit of a missed opportunity by Kai. If the initial shot by Madness careens off the near post, and a great shooting angle for a lot of players to react to. Kai kind of turned away, was really trusting the shot by Madness to go in initially, but the reaction, and then the mind game too, that little stutter step to put both Elite players on the double commit. Just a sign of class by a player that, remember, came in as a last-second substitute in a series that they weren't even playing in, had a teammate disconnect, took over, took the starting spot, and now is playing on a team that's in the playoffs and hunting for more.
I was casting that series, and I remember ending that series with the words, "Sign this man," and as soon as I did, he signed him. It was almost before the end of Game 4, if I remember correctly, that Chaser picked Kai up as a starter, but there's not much Madness can do there, as the Elite will tie this one up. A little bit of a mistake there for Madness on defense, but when you've got no boost and you're out of position, there's not much really you can do.
No, just didn't quite get the touch on the ball. Almost might have had an opportunity, I think, to let that fall a little further rather than try to get the jump touch, but tough to say with the relative momentum of the ball versus the car, no boost. And, you know, the angle of the moon as it comes down here on Utopia Coliseum. You really just don't quite know if there was a chance in the physics engine to get there. But Kai with a good disruptive effort on Nova Matty. Still a better save by the Elite players. We play a little bit of 3-3 Rocket League here with 2:15 to go. Game number 2. Remember, the Elite looking for a sweep here. They want every game out of this one to secure that division lead. The Bulls looking for that 4-1 to really put pressure on coming into the last game. Speaking of pressure, Nova Matty dribbles that through as Froggy clears the road. It's a 4-3 Elite game.
Absolutely brilliant play there from Nova. Didn't have that much boost. Kai dives in early, and the pressure from Froggy to almost threaten Madness many times there on the defense, and just forcing him to make the error with the threat of the demo. It's exactly what you'd want out of a teammate in that situation, to be doing the work off of the ball to tee up that shot and make it just so easy. Right now, the Elite, they're looking mechanically absolutely competent, I would say, but they are making a couple of mistakes and the Bulls are capitalizing on it. This time around, it's the Elite capitalizing on a Bulls mistake on defense, and like that, the Elite lead 5-3.
The one thing that the Bulls need to tighten up is their inability to retain possession in a couple of these situations. They get it clear, but there's no real follow-up, and it's following it's followed up by an elite player getting good control on it and putting the Bulls defense into really difficult situations to get out of. If they can tighten that up, if they can bring that ball into a spot where they can get 1, 2, 3 touches on it, the elite don't have a great answer to that type of play right now, as Kai will get just enough on that. Froggy following over, looking for the lead passes. Kai will get the touch, but it's not quite enough, as that one hits 3 players above the elite net, but just enough on the ball to carry it wide. We'll see a good Bulls chance go by the wayside.
Yeah, I felt like that one could have easily fell to Kai and just found the back of the net, but the elite just able to do enough on defense to keep that out. But there's a little bit of a mistake on defense from Froggy. Will give Kai an open net to shoot on. He's come alive in game number 2, and he's really keeping the Bulls in this one.
I thought it was a little bit loose by Kai, but it had just enough zip and caught just the right spot of the field that Froggy on the rotation bank, making that snap decision to turn in, just got caught out by it. So much centripetal force on the car with the power slide coming around, just didn't quite have the ability to stop up and get contact on the ball. The Bulls within striking distance. We've talked about it at length. The Bulls franchise, no stranger to scoring late goals to force an overtime here. It's Madness looking for one here. Out to Kai, has a shooting angle, slows it down again. Flick play to the top corner, won't find it far side, and Nova Matty clears away for the moment.
Now Madness so looking to try and keep that offensive play going, but Nova Matty has been instrumental in the elite's success so far. Every time they've needed him to turn up, he's done an amazing job. But right now, they need him a little bit more than that, as Madness will send that one home under the crossbar and in. We've got a tight game with 19 seconds remaining. It's still all to play for.
Froggy rotating back after the initial challenge. Nova Matty, no boost, had to commit to getting that boost and left a big shooting angle for Madness. Did just well enough to get it under the bar. The Bulls, a late goal here. It's 5-5 with 19 seconds to go. The scorelines are high. The stakes are even higher as both of these teams look for golden goal here in regulation. Madness putting pressure on Froggy. Kai with one through, looking for a second touch. It's away by Nova Matty. It's still dangerous. Madness won't find the touch. Froggy will take it to the boards, looking for one last chance, but it's overtime to settle game 2.
Yeah, and that is exactly the opposite of what Madness needs in terms of confidence right about now, especially with that ball being in such an awkward position. Kai having to dive across to keep that one out from the rushing elite attackers, but a little bit of a double commit there, and again a double commit from the other side of the field there from the elite. Both teams playing very tense. They're not used to going into overtimes like this. It will be very interesting to see if the elite can keep their lead here in this series with all of the momentum sort of swinging in favor of the Bulls there in the last few seconds. Opportunities now though starting to build up for the Bulls. They've got possession. Backing off ever so slightly is Kai, but he'll get it past one. Now in a 1v1 situation with Nova Matty. We'll get the demo onto him. Madness just needs to find the target. He can't do it. It's wide of the net, and the Bulls will maybe rue a missed opportunity there to take this one in overtime.
Absolutely, they needed to convert that. It was a perfect opportunity, but speaking of opportunities, Kai will beat Froggy with the ground-to-air dribble. The Bulls take game 2 in overtime, 6-5.
That one was deserving of that. I feel like that one was fully deserving. An absolutely beautiful dribble by Kai over the top of the last defender, into the back of the week, into the back of the net. I saw Player of the Week in chat and I thought it was deserving of it, so I decided to add week into my sentence. The Bulls take game 2. This series is so close, just as we predicted.
I mean, you've seen it yourself, Fallen. The Bulls do not say that they will throw in the towel. They will force overtime if they have to. They will find ways to win it. And the Elite struggling, I think, to put this one away. They didn't get that really big lead we saw in Game 1. The Bulls have just enough about them to find those openings, to find the ability to beat the Elite. Add a couple of chances there to put them under pressure, and when they convert those, it's really anybody's game. As long as the Bulls stay within touching distance, I feel like there's a real opportunity here for the Bulls to win the set.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kai has been instrumental in them making that run back up through the rankings to a position where they are now capable of taking that final or the top spot in their division. And really, as we look ahead, the Elite, they have now got to find a way to recover. Nova Matty been playing so wonderfully, but Froggy almost a little bit quiet this game, not doing enough to really convert their leads, their multiple leads throughout this game, and they weren't able to pull away the balls. And if they can't put them away before the final 30 seconds, I feel like they're leaving too much to chance with the balls. They need to start finishing off the games before they get to overtime. As we look here at game number 3, it's basically a best of 3 now. I wonder who'll take it. Might be the Bulls, or as they almost get a kickoff goal.
Well, still not out of danger yet. Madness keeping the pressure on, but Froggy will recover. Gets beat here. The demo on Kai might be enough. Where's Madness? Far corner, won't have a shooting angle, and the pressure's still on the elite end here, but you get the sense the Bulls, they smell something in the air. Might be blood, might be whatever it is that motivates Bulls. And if I'm the elite right now, I need to put this game out of doubt early because this Bulls team does not quit. It does not concede.
There were many jokes there that you refrained from making. Thank you for doing so, as that one almost finds the back of the net from Madness. Almost sent that one home with a brilliant flick, but off the crossbar. And now the Elite looking to try and get their first offensive chance of the game. A little bit of a double commit on defense will give them the goal. I think an overcommit there from Kai when he really didn't need to go has just given the Elite a free shot.
Absolutely, would agree with you on that one. Madness had that under control, had a perfect line to challenge that ball, and Kai, wanting to play the hero a little bit there, throws that ball into the corner, but ultimately bouncing back out into a shooting lane for the Elite. They'll take Game 3 with the Game 3's first lead with that goal. Now a Rule 1 in the Elite end. Kai versus Froggy in the 1v1. Kai gets the better of that for now. Has boost to work with, has the dribble. Froggy's in a tough spot. Ooh. Just enough contact on that one as Kai looking for a little bit of a flick on that. Now Kai with the ball, but low boost to work with. Froggy chasing that down. Will get control of it. Kai retreating, looks for the opportunity, wins the 50, lands better. Good bump by Froggy. Can't find the turner, does he? He will get there. Rule 1 respect as Froggy makes it 2-0.
Yeah, respect is earned, not given. And Nova Maddie and Madness have earned it, I believe, from the Twitch chat. Please show your respect for the two men that just decided to hold that Rule 1 the entirety of that play. They could have gone at any point. Madness could have gone to try and help Kai out. I mean, there is a whole 2 salary difference between him and the guy he was 1v1ing, so fair play to him for being able to hold his own for as long as he did. But the Elite now lead 2-0, and this is exactly what I said they needed to do. They needed to try and kill the game early, and right now they're doing exactly that. They're putting the balls to the sword. They're waving the red, I have forgotten what it's called. I'm just going to say flag. It's not a flag. But it's what I'm going to say. The red ribbon? I don't know. Red carpet. They can't find a way right now to beat the Elite, is what I'm trying to get at.
I was just going to see how long it took for you to try and get out of that analogy, and it just wasn't happening.
It's a cape.
There you go. Yeah, the Matador cape. Anyway, the Elite, we talked about needing to stretch the lead out. We saw them do it in Game 1. They've got 2 goals here, but it might not be enough if the Bulls are able to get one back here soon. Still half the game to play for. That's a good-looking opportunity as well, as Kai will turn that one. Good bounce, though, for Froggy, who is waiting for that, gets the clear. Takes a few more seconds off the clock. Might look for a third goal here. Up off the backboard. Puts Madness in a tough spot. No power, though, by Nova Maddie, who had to read it. Kai off the post won't recover quickly. And the Bulls won't have that chance to counterattack very well. Or will they? Looking for the flick is Kai. And Froggy earns another save.
Here comes Madness, though. He's got boost. He's got the dribble. Oh, it's dirty from Madness. Sends that one home. And it's 1 goal between the Bulls and the Elite. All of that pressure, all of that quality of play that we saw out of the Elite in the first half of the game, undone with 1 moment of absolute class from Madness.
How good was the jump onto the boards to avoid the bump from Froggy, too? And then to carry the momentum through, to recover on the ball, and still pick up the dribble. Brilliant play.
Yeah. And now, the Elite are on the back foot. Now that the Bulls have that goal, they know that they're so good in the dying embers of every single game. They're just so brilliant at doing the job that they need to when they need to. But right now, they need to find another goal before the end of this one to take it to an overtime so they can try and go 2-1 up in this series. I don't know what happened to the word go there. Just decided to leave my mouth before I was ready for it. Now, can they get the ball forward? No, that will be Froggy's job. Sending it deep into the Bulls' half. Madness forced to make the touch. Has his boost stolen. Froggy has the ability to go. No challenge yet from the Bulls, but they were playing passive, playing possum almost. and were able to keep that ball away. And with a minute 20 to go, the Bulls are looking ever more threatening.
Well, this is dangerous for the Elite. They get control of the ball, and Madness lining that challenge up. That's exactly what you want to see. Hold that ball in. Another great touch. The Bulls with a chance on the doorstep, but Froggy will recover. Madness opts for the boost instead of the clearance lane, and now the Bulls in retreat. It's Nova Maddie looking for the shot. Madness with a touch. Won't follow that up. Where's Froggy? Where's Kai? It's almost as if Kai might have disconnected, was waiting in the offensive boost, and is back now, and the Elite running into one another, has the chance. Froggy just off the bar. Enough done by Madness to keep that away.
They had a chance there to put this one away. There was an AFK player on the field. They decided, you know what, no, we're gonna give them time. We're gonna not gonna take advantage of the fact that maybe a controller is disconnected or something. They decided to play respectfully, and fair play to them for doing that, but that may come back to bite them now, as the Bulls will look to take this one forward. Madness has boost. He'll go up for the air dribble, gets the touch. That one's aimed for the far post, but Froggy is there for the save. 15 seconds left on the clock. Can the Bulls find a goal, or are the Elite going to hold out here? Maybe they'll get a goal for themselves, as Nova Maddie sends that one home. 3-1 Elite. Game 3 is theirs.
This one, I think, breaks down with Kai's positioning initially on the play. Got very committed to the air dribble by Madness. Ends up getting beat by the first defensive challenge. Dives for the middle boost, but doesn't have the ability to turn effectively to take away the dribble. The Elite cut through. Madness can't quite cut down the angle for the shot. And this 2-goal lead will put the Bulls down by one more game in the series. A 2-1 series lead now for the Elite ensures that they will stay just a little bit ahead of the Bulls coming out of this series.
Yep, guaranteeing that they will be at least a game ahead by the end of it. Now looking maybe to extend their lead even further. If they can come away with a game win here, it will be absolutely dream come true for them. And whilst game 2 was a little rough, that overtime working perfectly for the Bulls, it felt like the Elite were giving the Bulls opportunities in this game, and really that's something you can't afford to do. The Bulls are very proficient at putting those chances away on a consistent basis. If they're able to shut down those alleys, if they start to cut down on the control if there's poor wording, I am losing my mind. I'm just going to hand over to you. I've just given up. Sorry.
I think the difficulty for the Bulls right now is just keeping control of the play. Number of opportunities they had there to put the Elite under real pressure, to put them in further danger defensively, kind of went away because Kai looks like they've loosened the chains a little bit on their decision making. They're diving ahead of the play of Madness on a couple of opportunities that don't leave real good opportunities for the Bulls to get follow-up chances on loose touches by the Elite in their defensive end. They need to rein that back in just a little bit here to let one player do more of the work in putting the Elite in tough spots and having someone clean up the pieces afterwards, because the Elite have been doing that quite well.
Yeah, I just want to apologize. It is quite late at night, but it's not too late to donate all your points for #FreeSleague. Go ahead and do that at the bottom of the chat. But right now we're focusing on game number 4. I just had to get that one in. I apologize. Game number 4. The Bulls need to win this one now. It has gone beyond a want for the chances of making this division a little closer. Now they need to. If they want to take that top spot, they have to take game 4. Otherwise, the Elite are going to just start running away with the division. And when Froggy is running away with goals like that, it's going to be very hard to beat them.
Kai, unfortunately, didn't win the boost in the corner, and Madness got a little turned around by the play, followed it a little too closely as Froggy got control of that, got the ball on the inside line, and that starts game 4 off, where the Elite want it in the lead, although they really do want to stretch it out early, as Froggy will be up for another one. Madness can't find that. Coast to coast, post to post. Froggy makes it 2-0.
Froggy... We were talking about how good Nova Maddie was in the first 2 games. I think Froggy's woken up a little bit now. He's finally starting to play like a player that got ranked out just earlier this week. He is looking absolutely dominant on offense, but again, we've seen the Elite take a 2-0 lead and then almost throw it away immediately to the Bulls. The Bulls just need to find a little bit of composure, a little bit of consistency on offense, find a way to break down the Elite on a more consistent basis, and I think they can find themselves firmly back in this one as that shot from Kai is kept away by Nova.
Kai looking just a little bit squirrely again, still rushing around a little bit, kind of almost chasing the play in a sense, in that they're trying to force something to happen a little bit sooner than it's really going to happen. As a result, that play isn't developing to its best potential for the Bulls. They're not out of this one yet, though, as Madness will clean Froggy out of that play. Can't get control of it in the corner. Now Kai with the challenge on 2. Madness will be up. This one won't have a ton of power. It's down, but Kai got bumped. The Elite out of position. Froggy lining that save up against Kai, but the 50 will go the way of the Elite for the moment.
And now the counter-attack could be on if Nova can get the dunk here, which he will. He's looking for that double tap. Can he find it? No, he can't, but a good clearance there from Kai. If he can get there and get enough power on it, he could get it past Nova, but a great recovery drive from the Elite player, the man who has been so surprisingly good in his first series. We saw him come away with a big win for the Elite earlier on. And last week, I believe, was his first series. I'll have the GM in chat correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Since she's consistently talking about how good Froggy is. But now we'll focus on just how good he is on the field, as he almost sneaks one past 2 players and then forces that double commit.
Oh, and almost forcing another double commit as Madness and Kai fight over the middle boost with Nova Maddie in full control of that ball. This is, again, the danger we've seen for the Bulls. Kai again looking for disruption before they get control of that play. It's not where the Bulls want to be, as Madness will look for the ceiling play, won't get it, and that chance goes without even a shot on goal for the Bulls against the Elite net.
Yeah, now though, the Bulls will look maybe for a chance here. That one will float above the box. Kai will touch it down, but Madness has just rotated too far behind, and it's just allowing Nova so much room. He'll just, with 0 boost basically in the tank, almost dribble it past not 1 but 2. Kai now looking to bring this one forward. Both players stacked up behind each other for the Bulls. They need to find a way to get those rotations working better. There's a good pass from Kai, but a great recovery from Froggy to clean that one away. And now, maybe looking for something special is Froggy. Can't find a way past Kai. It's back and forth, but the Bulls can't find a way through just yet.
They're just lacking that final touch. That last play by Madness screaming for a mind game rather than hit it first time, as Froggy was so committed to diving across to get that clearance. The Bulls, I think, might be getting a little frustrated, although that one is a gift. Madness on the doorstep puts them within 1. That's exactly what the Bulls need here. A long ball up off the intersection, catching Froggy out, and the Bulls will take advantage of that one. It hasn't come with ease this game, Fallen. It's been difficult for the Bulls, but they get their goal, and now it's gut check time for them. 90 seconds to look for one to force OT.
Yeah, and really, we know they have the quality. They know they have the quality, and the Elite are firmly aware that they have the quality, as Kai will destroy the last defender with 1 up behind him, looking for the demo. 1 in front of him, still keeps it on his car, keeps composed, gets it over the top. A brilliant goal from Kai. That is the level of quality we expect out of that man. The same level of quality we saw in his debut series, and really, it's exactly what the Bulls needed to keep them in this series, and now they go a goal ahead off of the brilliant kickoff play. This is a comeback to write home about.
What a Statue of Liberty play by Kai. Jumps out of the way. Madness has all the momentum. Froggy thought it would have been Kai to shoot, but Madness pulls the QB sneak and drills that one home. 3 unanswered goals. The Bulls lead game 4, 3-2.
And now maybe looking for 4. That one's in front of the net. Kai is there, but he can't find the angle. Madness looking to keep the pressure up. Froggy dives in. He's away from the ball now. Madness finds the angle. 4-2. Bulls have pulled this one back out of nowhere with 3 goals in about 10 seconds.
I'm not sure what Nova Maddie was reading on that play. Kind of dived out into the corner play, trying to contest the space a little too quickly, as that first play by Madness got clean past Froggy in front of the Elite net. 4 unanswered now for the Bulls. They have a 2-goal lead. A minute left here for the Elite to recover and try to push this one back in their favor. Froggy on the doorstep, no power, and a good weight, though, by Madness. Knows there's time to get that one away, and just takes a few more ticks off this clock, forcing the 50 out in the defensive corner.
One of the things I would just like to point out is possibly the mind frame of the Elite. You're leading 2-0. You're feeling quite comfortable. Minute and a half comes up and you concede one. You're like, okay, they've gotten one. We've dealt with this before. And then within the next 30 seconds, you are down 4-2. How on earth do you recover mentally from that? It's an absolute soul-crushing result, as Kai will make it 5 with that brilliant read off of the backboard to send the Bulls firmly into game number 5 with the series still all to play for.
That play developed so awkwardly for the Elite. Froggy a little late coming out to challenge that space. Nova Maddie trying to spin around and get a read on it as the Bulls kind of crossed up one another there. The wild card play for them coming out in their favor on that one. And you're right, Fallen. It's a tough mental ask when you give up that run of goals like that. Oh. It's going to come down to needing a bounce to go your way and maybe seeing your opponents make a couple of mistakes that set you up for a little bit more success just to settle things down and be like, okay, you know what? We can score on them. That's not what happens here. The Bulls put this one out of doubt, out of mind, a decisive Game 5 to see if the Bulls stay within a game of their division rivals.
Yeah, everything is still all to play for. If the Bulls are to take this one, they move within one of the Elite for the final week. If they lose, they're 3 behind, and they have everything to hope and to work for to get themselves into position for that automatic playoff qualification spot. But the other team in this, the team that finishes second, are also very likely to finish in the playoffs, considering they are already a country mile ahead of every other playoff contention team. They're so dominant, these two teams. They've been so dominant all season long. It is a true heavyweight clash that really, this could be for the AL Conference Championship by the end of this season. They are both that good. It's just a level of play we have not seen out of two teams in Academy League since, I would say, last season's championship finals.
It could also very well be a conference final if a wildcard team does get through one of the top seeds, regardless of which one ends up on top of the Volcanic Division. The way that the bracketing will go after the wildcard round could see the Elite and the Bulls on either side of the Orange Conference bracket. This could be a preview of a best of 7 to decide who goes on to the MLE Championship Series in a couple of weeks' time. And I, for one, welcome our new Academy League overlords.
I mean, really? Could we have asked for a better setup for this final game? We said it was going to be a close series beforehand. We said it on stream. I didn't think it'd be this close, I'll be honest with you. Game 5 could go either way. Most likely the Elite will get the first goal if the run of play stays the same, but with a demo like that from Madness, I think the Bulls are looking to rewrite history here. Can they come away with a second series victory over the Elite, or will the Elite get that win back in a 3-2 manner? It all comes down to this game, and right now, the Bulls are looking shaky on defense, and the Elite will take an early lead.
I talked a little bit about the Bulls taking not enough control of the ball. This is one of those times that screams for a boomer. Just send this ball away from that congested area on the side, but Kai opts to catch it, gets demoed for the effort, and the Elite will open things up here. I'm talking about the tiebreakers a little bit, Fallen. Think about how powerful having the head-to-head win is over your division rivals when only a game separates you. As Nova Maddie, though, wants to put this one out of doubt. 2-0 now as a runner back the other way, beating the 50 by Kai and the aggressive attempt by Madness to get a bump.
Yeah, brilliant drive there from Nova, just playing patient are the Elite. They know now that they don't really have to do too much, but this is the third game in a row they've taken a 2-0 lead within about a minute and a half. I feel like if Game 4 is anything to go off of, that's not safe. They need to find a third. However, if we're going off of Game 3, they'll be fine. They'll find a third at some point. It's one of those. It's one of those things where you don't know which side of a team you're getting. Are we getting Game 3 Elite that went on to look dominant and take it, or are we getting Game 4 Elite which just succumbed to the overwhelming pressure of the Bulls?
I'm more worried about which Bulls team we're going to see right now, because early efforts are indicating we're seeing Game 3 Bulls a little bit again. Kai's running around a little bit looking for disruptive plays at the wrong times. It's leaving Madness so much to do with the ball in possession, and they're not quite getting enough value for that effort, although Kai with a flick has it off the post, bounces up and away. Madness will commit. This one could be 3-0 Elite. Froggy lining it up. Kai back, has a good line at this one, gets just enough. Isn't going to fall far. Maddie's shot off the mark as Madness will recover. Big chance gone by for the Elite to open up a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, you feel like they may come to rue that missed opportunity. They have to find a way to put those away when you're up against a Bulls side that are so capable at capitalizing on the smallest of mistakes. That one's almost a pass to Nova Mari, but a good clearance away from Madness. Now looking for the pass to Kai. Can they get some offense going here? They're hoping they do. We know that Chaser, who's sitting in on the lobby, is hoping they do. That one's off the post and out. Kai shot just wide and just not what they need right now.
There have been a couple of big double commits on either side of the field right now that haven't been converted, and look for those to be the difference maker. If the Elite convert on their next opportunity that the Bulls give them, it's a 3-0 lead. If the Bulls convert on an opportunity the Elite give them, it's a 2-1 game, and we've seen what they do in close one-goal contests. It really is tense right now, halfway in to game number 5. Everything for both of these teams to play for as they fight for playoff seeding.
Here comes Kai now with the air dribble, gets the control. That's on target. Nova almost didn't react in time to keep it out, but he will do, and now he's got an open net to shoot on. Can he get there? No, he can't find the touch. Looks for something fancy with the aerial. That one's just falling through. Both players on either team. I've gone Irish for some reason. Can't find the way to put that in the back of the net. Froggy now looking for the read off the backboard. Will find the angle and will send it home. It's 3-0 Elite, and they are looking strong as ever.
Well, Kai, unfortunately, just kind of challenging that a little too aggressively. I think once that ball bounces off the backboard, just pull the brakes, try to defend the shot. You know it's coming. We talked about which opportunity is going to influence the game next. It's the Elite taking advantage of a Bulls mistake. They don't get the clear they want, and now the Bulls with everything to do, 3 goals, 2 minutes to play for, and Kai trying to get control of this ball at midfield. Will get the demo by Madness, but not enough speed to really take advantage of this. Falls into a shooting spot. Madness circling, looking for a slow one. Hits the post. Froggy doesn't get full control of that. Still a chance here for the Bulls, but the Elite will get it clear.
I don't think that clear is going to keep it away for long. Froggy now looking to send this one towards the net, but can't find a way past Madness. Now maybe looking, taking it up the corner, maybe looking for something flashy. Goes for the air dribble, but Kai's there to meet him. A good bump though on the rotation now will take Madness out of the play. The Elite circling here like sharks in the water, but they can't find a way to put the ball past the Bulls, who are just really looking shaken on both offense and defense. They can't seem to get anything going, and that one's just going to float in. The Elite take a 4-0 lead, and I think that's all she wrote.
It's so unfortunate that the Bulls kind of succumb to their worst problem in this series so far, and it's just forcing things to happen before they get full value for them. The bumps, the demos, the pressure, the aggressive rotations, it just comes at the wrong time for them. They don't have the ability to capitalize effectively on them, although Madness will give them life here. 62 seconds to go off the kickoff. A great shot from the upper side, but again, look at where Kai's positioned on this. Straight in on this one, full send to the Elite net, and if that doesn't go straight in, Fallen, if that's off a post, if that's away, it should be an easy clear back for the Elite, and that's the trend that's kind of pushed the Bulls back against it here with just under a minute to go.
Madness looking to try and calm the play down. We'll get it past one. Now looking to try and get it past Nova. Should have gone maybe for the back post there, but that's just me backseating. And now Nova with all of the time in the world. A great dribble down the field, taking it past Kai. A demo after the goal as Froggy also demos Kai after that goal to showcase, yeah, we are the kings of this division. This is our division to take, and we are going to the top of the playoffs.
It is everything to play for. Both of these teams will play teams out of the playoff picture in the Volcanic division to close things out on week 12, but it's the Elite that looks poised to hold serve here with a lead going into the final week of the regular season. Their fate in their own hands. The Bulls with a lot of work and a little bit of help from their division rivals, and the Tyrants needed to take games off the Elite in the final week, as Kai will put that shot into Madness with a little bit of help from Froggy to run out the final few seconds here. The Elite 5-1 winners elect in Game 5. 3-2 series winners elect in this one, Fallen. It lived up to billing, didn't it, to this point?
Absolutely. This was a series filled with just incredible action, incredible drama. We knew it was going to be a close series, but this last game, it's sort of been a bit of a run out here. The Elite have just driven it home as well as they could have, and the Bulls, after that third or fourth goal went in, you could feel the heads drop, you could feel the momentum swing. fully in favor of the Elite. They knew this one was gone by that point, as it's almost a Brazil. I don't think the Elite will get it. As long as the Bulls have a little bit of respect for themselves, they will not find that 7th goal. It's 6-1 in Game 5. It is a big win for the Elite in this series. They will move 3 games ahead overall, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's exactly what they needed to confirm themselves as the #1 team in this division.
They absolutely needed a win like that. They control so much of their own fate going into the final week of the regular season. For the Bulls, they had opportunities to make things happen. They had so many little chances to make things happen with quality, but their biggest downfall, I think, was just trying to force it to happen before they could capitalize fully on that play. And it's a big reason why they don't get their reward for what, up until that final game, I think, was a really well-played series.
Yeah, and now looking ahead, we have 2 more series coming up on this mainstream, both of them between the same 2 franchises, the Sabres and my franchise, the Foxes, who will be competing in the Champion League and then the Master League at 9 PM and 10 PM Eastern respectively. But before we go to intermission, we do have one thing coming up, and that is the Play of the Week results for week number 8. Don't go anywhere, stick around, you really don't want to miss these.